As an engineer, you're always looking for ways to make the most of your limited time. In this video, we're going to explore 5 ways in which you can boost your efficiency while using Civil 3D. So the first way we're going to do that is by use of viewports. Not the layout viewports, but the viewports within our model space. So if you go to the View tab up here, if you go to the View tab and then you go to the Model Viewports, you can click on the down arrow where it's written Viewport Configuration. And let's see how we can break our viewports to several viewports. For example, here we can break it to 2 vertical viewports. So let's click on that. Now you can see your 2 vertical viewports. Let me get rid of my tool space for now to see the viewports only. So these are the 2 viewports, and I can double click to be on the active viewport. So for example, in this drawing, we have several things. We have profile here that is showing a pipe network. We have another profile here or here that is showing the road profile. And then we have the plan. So sometimes we may want to see several things at the same time without panning and zooming, which consumes a lot of time. So this viewport command allows you to do that. So for example, in this viewport, I can view my pipe network here. And as you can see, if I highlight, it also highlights on the other area or the other viewport. So you can add custom viewports. There's a plus sign. If you hover over this plus sign up here and left click and drag, you will see you can add custom viewports. So example, if I want the vertical one, I can do that. But if I want the horizontal, I can do that. If I want the vertical, I can do that. Let's go with the horizontal for now. So it's loading. There you go. We now have 3 viewports. And if you want to view something else here, for example, the pipe network profile, you can view it from here. And if you want to add another viewport, you can go back to the plus sign here, and then you can add another viewport. So I want a vertical one now, and then I can add that viewport. So let's wait for it to show up. There we go. We have another viewport, and we can show something else if you want to show here. You can show maybe the profile for the roadway. So in just a minute, I'm able to see so many things and in visible scale. For example, if I double click here, I can see the road in a very good scale. And here I can see my network in a very good scale. And I can see the profile up here in a very good scale. So something else you can be able to do is to copy objects from far places just by using these viewports. For example, this circle. If I want this circle down here, so I can come and click this circle and click on the CO command to copy this circle. And if I click on specify base point and I go to the second point, if I just left click this here, I can bring this circle to this point very easily. So that's the first command. Or the first tip that we can use to boost our efficiency. And if you want to save these viewports, you can save them through the View tab up here. You can name your viewport. So here, you can name it. I can call it Engineer. And I click OK. And if I go back to a single viewport, anytime I want to access that viewport, I can come here to the named viewports and I can go to Engineer and I click OK. And there we go. Let's wait for the viewports to show up. There are my custom viewports that I already saved. And that's the first tip. So let's go to the second tip. The second tip is very simple. Let's go back to a single viewport. The second tip is very simple. Sometimes you want to copy your layout sheets, and instead of right clicking here and going all the way to move or copy command, you can utilize a very simple command. So I can click on this viewport. Once I'm on that viewport, as you can see, I can drag this viewport to any position I want. If I want long section 01 to come after long section 02, I can drag it. Or if I also want to copy this viewport, I can click on my control key, and if I drag it, next to this viewport, as you can see, there's a plus sign, and if I drop it, you can see this is a copy of this. So this is written long section 01, and this is long section 01 number 2. So it's the same viewport that I've copied through a very simple command. I just click on the command and I hit my control key, and I drag it to the position that I want it to. So that's how to copy viewports in a very simple way. So that's the second tip. So let's move to the third tip. The third tip is very important. It is also very simple. So for example, when you want to view aspects of a particular object in Civil 3D, what do? You hit on the object of interest, and you hit Control 1 so that the properties palette pops up. And sometimes this properties palette can pop up anywhere. So if I drag here, it can be here or anywhere else. It can be docked on this side. It can be anywhere. So sometimes you want this docked very fast, and sometimes you don't need to drag this, because every minute or every second counts when you're doing a design. So something that is very simple that you can do is double clicking on these properties name. So if you want to undock it, you just undock it through that. You move it where you want. If you want to dock it, you just double click on the properties name. So that is how you save time on this tip, and this is our third tip. Let's move to the fourth tip, and of course the fifth tip will always shock you. In this tip, we are going to copy objects from drawing to drawing just by dragging the objects. So how do we do that? So if you have two drawings, for example, I have these two drawings. So let me expand this drawing. Let me expand these drawings. So if I want to see them side by side, I can just come here to tile vertically. So this other drawing is minimized. So let me again try it again. Tile vertically. So there's another drawing. Let me drag this command. So this is the drawing. Tile vertically. So I can see the two drawings for now. So I want to copy, for example, these annotations from this drawing to the other drawing. How do I do that? By dragging. I just click the annotations, and then I left click on the edge of those annotations, and I can drag them to anywhere I want on this other drawing. So very simple, without going to copy and paste and all that, or trying to open these drawings and doing Control C and all that. You just open the two drawings, and you click on each drawing objects, and you drag them to the other object. So it's very simple, and it can save you a lot of time. So let's go to the final tip. Let's go to the final tip. So this is the final tip, and this is also new to Civil 3D 2025. You may not perceive the difference of what is happening, but in case you have a slow machine, you may be able to perceive the difference. For example, you can see a surface here. This is a very large surface, and when I hit or I click on the surface object, I can see a contextual tab up here for the surface. It's called EG surface. And here at the level of detail, there's a panel called level of detail. So if I want to perceive more level of detail, or if I want my computer to process faster, I can reduce the level of detail. So I just click on level of detail, and as you can see at the command line, you can see The surface has LOD, low. So LOD is now set to low. And sometimes if you have a slow computer, you can be able now to see the difference when you're trying to zoom in and out. And then if I want to see more detail on the surface, I click on high level of detail, and this may slow down certain machines. So this is something that you may not be able to perceive if you have a fast machine like mine. And it's a very important tool when you want to boost your speed and your efficiency while working. You can just set up everything or every surface to reduce level of detail, so that your computer does not consume a lot of energy when it's trying to do its computations in Civil 3D. So those are five tools that can help you boost your efficiency in Civil 3D 2025 as we start this new year. So please go on and like this video. Please remember to subscribe and to share this content with other people who may be able to benefit out of this. So I wish you a happy new year this coming year, and I hope that your dreams are going to come true this year. So stay with us for more content, and see you in 2025.